Hey everybody, I'm Tim here with the 10th anniversary Liga Privada from Drew Estate. And you're watching Cigars Daily. Get more out of this in all our videos when you join the community on Cigars Daily Plus, where you can leave your rating for cigars right next to mine under each review video. People look to the Liga Privada series from Drew Estate Cigars more than just about any other brand when they want to celebrate something truly special in their lives. Whether it's something truly monumental, like the day that you get married, or something a little bit more routine, like the day you get married. For the 7th time, you want to find a blend that just meets the occasion perfectly, and for a lot of serious aficionados out there, Liga Privada is that cigar. But what happens when Liga has to celebrate something? Well, then you get this sort of weird cigar inception where you've got a special occasion cigar coming out to celebrate the anniversary of being a special occasion cigar, and that gives us the Liga Privada Aniversario. This thing celebrates 10 years of Liga Privada success, and it's got this wildly, carefully handcrafted blend that, by the way, I'm not even going to pretend to be able to remember for you. I'm going to read it for you off my phone here. So, a couple of things that to me on this are a little bit outstanding, not what you typically see today from a blend. The first thing is the wrapper leaf is one that's not super common, and this is a USA grown Criollo wrapper leaf from the Connecticut River Valley. And I think probably an asset for this cigar is it uses a lot of leaf right here from in the US of A. The binder leaf is a Mexico San Andreas Opan Negro Ultimo Corte. Then in the fillers, you're going to find Nicaraguan fillers, which promise a little bit of that Nicaraguan strength and spice, along with fillers from Pennsylvania, right here in the US of A. A specific one that Half Wheel mentions in their article about this cigar is the Green River One Sucker Ligero. I literally read it 3 times to make sure that I got that right. Which is a Ligero leaf that's grown, again, in Pennsylvania since, I think, about 2005. And one of the most notable things about it is it has supposedly a relatively high nicotine content. So this might be a very punchy cigar. All of that boils down to one thing. What we're looking for today, and that's a Liga Privada level experience, high tier, ultimate refinement of flavor with intricate depth of flavor notes and a profile that's very interesting, and hopefully something that's really punchy and gives us something powerful to chew on. And can it deliver all of this in one cigar experience? And the only way to find out is with a cut and a light. Again, this has a really quite fanciful closed foot on it. You can even see it sticking up there from the foot of the cigar. They've really kind of wrapped it and made it, it's like a Christmas present. It looks like your dad wrapped a Christmas present because it's like not very flat to the foot like they often are. But I'm not going to toast this. I'm just going to light right in. Holy shit. This is a wild light up. I do not smoke a lot of these. Typically, I don't get a lot of them, and so I've had maybe 1 or 2 other 10th anniversarios, but the flavor right up here at light up is, first of all, sweetness, very present immediately with that closed foot, lots of wrapper flavor coming through, almost like a fruity style sweetness to this. This is not an infused cigar by any means. It's a very natural flavor note coming through this profile. That Criollo wrapper on this also gives a bit of an interesting profile, not what I've come to expect from a lot of Liga Privada's other stuff. On the first draws of this cigar, spice on the back of the throat, pepper on the retrohale. Spice is about a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. Pepper is maybe a 6 or a 6.5. There's really quite a pronounced pepper here at light up with this cigar, which again is a really nice contrast from that very fruity style sweetness that hits right at the tip of the tongue, carries across the tongue. That's really powerful. And in all of this, there's really nice levels of refinement, crisp, clean flavor on on this cigar. A floral note hits the tongue right at light up as well as I'm lighting up that open foot here. So there's a lot going on here right at light up that gives me a lot to chew on, and certainly maybe there's room for this flavor to develop. I don't know. If it didn't, I don't know that I would be all that angry about it, but we got to jump into the first third, of course, and see where this takes us. Well, there goes the ash, and I'm not entirely sure that I'm worried about it at this point. I smoked all the way through the first third. I'm kind of breaking my way into the second third. Lots of flavor here that I would refer to as a delectable flavor. So here's what I'm getting now. Really nice sweetness runs all the way through this flavor, from the tip of the tongue, through the center of the tongue, into the back of the throat where that spice lives. Definitely a punchy, powerful cigar. If you want to talk about some nicotine content, yes, it feels like there's nicotine content in this cigar. Kind of gives you that tingly sensation as you smoke the thing. As far as flavor profile goes, just a little bit of development here in the first third. What it light up was nice and robust with some really beautiful pepper on the retrohale, has given way now to a nice, like, coffee, like a roasted coffee on the tongue. A little bit of that through the retrohale as well. That floral note was really just a light up note. There's not much of that now. In addition to that leather, that sweetness, coffee, leather, all together with pepper and spice. Really, really beautiful flavor profile for this first third. Now I'm making my way into the second third, and this is where I'm looking to see, did I already get the pinnacle of this flavor and now we're going to get to ride this wave for a while, or is it going to truly strike a better balance, which at this point would be sensational because it's already doing very well. Of course, let's jump into the second third and see where this takes us. Okay, the second third, this is where this flavor is basically the same as the first third. It really did hit that stride very early on. Great for points for consistency. Of course, there was a little flavor development in the first third, but it's really been that apex of flavor for most or almost all of the cigar at this point. This very nice complex profile with this beautiful sweetness has kept me singing for every draw on this cigar. Again, in my reviews, I don't want to just love on a cigar a ton, but this has given me a lot to appreciate, and especially when a cigar sits on the shelf for like $17 all by itself, it's got to be good, it's got to perform, and I feel like this one is to a very large degree. Again, the profile here, incredibly clean, very crisp flavor notes. Even the finish on this, that flavor left in your mouth, that taste when everything is gone is just clean. It's not even really a coffee finish at this point. Even though this flavor does have a little bit, down the middle of it, almost what I would call a gritty flavor note along with that coffee, still a very nice, clean flavor. This is the kind of flavor, again, a refinement that I would expect if I was going to go with like a Glenmorangie or a Macallan for one of the higher like 12 or 18 year aged bottles of something that I'm going after. That extra, very smooth flavor. Now take a look at the wrapper on this with me. So this USA grown Criollo wrapper leaf is dark, but still has an incredibly rich colored brown to it. I love the look of this leaf and the way that that brown stands out against this black and silver band that they put on it. As far as presentation goes, it looks very good. And from cigar to cigar in the box, these Criollo wrappers are relatively toothy leaves. I mean, certainly what you would expect from a higher end leaf. Now, a couple of quick construction details that Drew Estate put some extra finishing touches on this. That sort of, frayed edges, closed foot on it where that wrapper leaf stands off the foot a little bit. That's great for light up. A closed foot that's perfectly closed on the foot of the cigar can inhibit the draw at light up, which doesn't give you a great first impression. So the fact that this is a little bit open gives you some real wrapper to light into. I like that. And then the cap, it's like they spared no expense on the cap of this cigar. It's got a pigtail on it with a fantail, and it's just a very deep cap as well. I mean, it's about almost, as far as I can tell, everything you can do to a cap to make it fancy and nice and say, hey, this is the anniversary of our cigar line that you would celebrate your anniversary with. And certainly the flavor to this point has bared that out. This is just really nice refined flavor. And of course, the big question is, what does this hold on to going into the final third? So let's head into that now and of course see where this takes us and what kind of score it gets. Man, okay, this is where the experience starts to wind down for me just a bit. As in the final third, with a lot of cigars, that flavor profile becomes a little more muddled, a little bit muddy. What remains here is coffee, to be expected in a final third, I think. With a lot of cigars, that's what I get. But that sweetness in this profile still very present at this point, and that's one thing that's commonly gone in the final third. All around though, this cigar was a great experience. It gave me a lot right at light up, a little bit of development, and then a great experience for the large bulk of the cigar all the way into the nub of this thing. All around, I've been impressed with it. I think if you're looking to make a cigar to celebrate the anniversary of your anniversary type cigar series, this Liga Privada Aniversario did a great job. My final smoking time on this has been 1 hour and 17 minutes on the Robusto size, and my score came out to a 93. Lost very few points, sort of onesie twosies here and there. Did a great job all around at sort of racking up points as it went. But of course, what really matters is what you guys think of these. So if you've had the Liga Privada Aniversario, drop a comment and let everybody know what you think of it, because we'll all learn better when we learn together. And of course, check this video out on the community on Cigars Daily Plus. Thank you all so much for watching. This is Tim signing off for Cigars Daily, and I will see you in the comments.